Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Homeroom Blending Podcast. I'm Jamie Rodriguez, and I'm here with my co-host, Ken Fontanez.
Hi.
And today we're joined by a special guest, Kat Cabrera.
Hi.
So Kat, thank you for coming on the, jumping on the podcast. I know you're really busy. I know you're doing a million things. We see you on Instagram, on social media. Your videos, your promotions, it's out of this world. Like you're definitely you're definitely doing a lot of stuff that I think a lot of us in the industry are trying to do. And I just want to, I'm super excited that you're here. It's an honor to have you. And
no, thank you for
tell
having
us,
me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, tell us about you
Yeah.
and what how you got into the business, what you're about.
Yeah, no, that social media is definitely my thing. It always has, I guess, But the way I started in real estate, I was managing a restaurant, and I had a client who was doing real estate at the time. And then they were like, you'd be great at real estate. I'm like, what's real estate?
Everybody says that.
Yeah. What's real estate? You sell houses? You sell houses?
Right.
Like what? So, he planted the seed, and I became a mother, and then it just changes your perspective. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? I need more time with my son. He was a baby, and the restaurant business is just 24/7, 7 days a week. It's a lot. So I was like, I want to try this real estate thing. And it's worked out. I love it. It's the best decision I've made. Yeah.
That's so awesome. How long have you been doing it?
I think I'm going on 5 years.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So that's just about when I got into the industry about 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, is it 2018? January 2018. Is that 4?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 years.
So that's all right. So that's also, I mean, you've done. I mean, I gotta say, like the way you you do your videos, the way you've the brand that you're creating. I think it's it's very classy. It's very appealing to people that want to learn. Like you put out like educational stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about.
Right.
That's just like so we're looking
That's
at
where we fit in.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we see that people that are out there that are trying to educate the community, whether it's the Hispanic community or just the community in general that you come from. We have that same goal, right? We want to be able to explain to clients, because how often I have a client that we'll go over like their scenario and what they're doing, and they just don't they come with a pre-approval already, and they don't know the difference between an FHA loan, conventional, just the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of wild because they're asking you a lot of questions, and that they're already pre-approved, and it just makes you wonder like what's missing, like like is it just the mindset of the people that are doing the job, or is it just
They just, I get it. They don't comprehend it, and I come across all the time. And I get it. So I try to come at it a different way, because this is our profession. So, of course, little things to us is big things to them.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
It's
like a big mystery.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people explain in lingo,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
LTV and
yeah, we're guilty of it. I mean,
I mean, but I always try to,
Yeah.
explain what everything is, because, especially when I hear other people say, debt ratio, like these people have no idea.
It's intimidating.
It is.
Right.
It's very intimidating, and I've noticed it a lot with like our Hispanic community. A lot of times they don't want to ask questions because they think, oh my God, they're gonna think like I'm dumb and I don't understand, and they come from different cultures, so they're a little humble and sometimes naive, and it's because of that reason they don't want to ask questions, and so we try to make them feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's key. I
is.
think we experience that all the time. And yeah, you're right. Mainly for us, mainly with the Hispanic community.
Yeah.
It's just dead on. Like it's almost like, I mean, I understand like just the learning curve behind what the mortgage is, then the business jargon, or just the jargon that goes behind what the mortgage is too. Like when you start, like we're saying, like DTI, we're referring to like all these different terms that they, even FHA, conventional, to them, that's just another term, just no different than DTI.
No.
And then that's just a different, and then you have to learn it in a different language. So a lot of times, like, I mean, I find that I get a lot of satisfaction out of sitting down with a client and explaining everything to them in Spanish. breaking everything down because I can see their eyes. Like, they're just like, whoa. Like,
They
holy crap.
love it.
Yeah, they
do.
I mean,
They do.
sometimes it could be overkill. You just have to be cautious how you deliver the information and explain it to them. Because then, it could be overwhelming. But the more you do it, if you do it with every client, it gets easier and easier, and they appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's an easier segue too. We find that with the real estate agents when they're working with one of our clients, say, "Wow, I'm amazed how much your client knows about this and that," and they get more excited and more involved in the process as well. So yeah, for us, that's a big thing. We're trying to really drive that as much as we can. Yo sé que hablas español.
Sí,
right?
sí, yo hablo español. Nací en Honduras.
Naciste en Honduras. ¿Y cuánto tiempo llevas por acá?
Yo llegué a los 10 años, son 22 años.
22, yeah. Wow.
21 años.
21, ok.
21 años.
Wow, so entonces tú ya llevas tiempo acá en los Estados Unidos y tu tu español está buenísimo, considerando que estabas acá tanto tiempo.
Mi inglés, hay veces, es questionable.
Your inglés, yeah.
My accent comes out so much thicker.
Still, huh?
Especially when I get nervous, I'm like,
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like that's like common for every Spanish person, like when we get.
Is that an accent? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
You made me nervous.
Cute.
Yeah, I mean, we algo que no hacemos suficiente, y eso es algo que me está diciendo, o sea, todo el mundo que ve que está viendo el podcast en español, o sea, que es hispano, me dice, oye, Jaime, debes de poner and I know the kid doesn't understand, but I know eventually you will understand everything. Que sí, que hagamos pongamos más información en español, que pongamos más, más recursos y cosas así para que la comunidad hispana tenga mejor acceso a este tipo de información. De los clientes que tú tienes, más o menos, ¿cuáles son hispanos, americanos? ¿Qué tipo de que tú encuentras en la línea tuya de trabajo?
La mayoría de mis clientes son hispanos. Y sí, yo puedo... estoy consciente que también no hay muchos podcasts, información, videos informativos para la gente hispana. Y si lo hay, siempre es alguien que les quiere vender algo o les quiere quitar algo. Entonces, no es algo que les interesa por esa misma razón. Es tu salesy.
Right, sí. Es verdad, ¿sabes qué? He notado eso también, que el tipo de, ¿cómo se diría en español? Advertisement, ¿cómo se dice?
El mercado.
Comerciales, comercial que están poniendo. Y eso es de nosotros, o sea, que no, o sea, tenemos que buscar la manera de que más personas como nosotros pongamos esa información en español. Esa información
así para agregar.
Sí.
Especialmente porque sí queremos que nuestra comunidad aprenda, esté informada, porque el real estate es una parte bienes raíces es una parte muy importante de nuestras vidas diarias, ¿verdad?
Claro.
Para crecer en riquezas, no solo nosotros, pero nuestras familias, nuestros hijos, los hijos de nuestros hijos. Para que en esta manera no nos quedemos atrás y sigamos adelante como todos los demás, ¿verdad? Porque mucha gente gente hispana viene a este país para eso, para seguir adelante, no para estar pagando renta.
Exacto.
No para estar trabajando, pagándole la hipoteca de alguien más y no tener algo propio que uno puede decir, esto es mi casa, que para mí es el mejor feeling que uno puede tener, ¿verdad?
Sí, ¿sabes qué? Y se le hace tan difícil a los hispanos poder tener una casa por muchas razones, de las maneras que, ¿sabes? Yo creo que aparte de cómo nos criamos y cómo hacemos nuestras cosas financieras, que no se alinean de la manera que tiene que ser un préstamo. Y especialmente los dueños de negocio. O sea, que
reporten sus taxes.
Reportan sus taxes, o sea, que tienen que... O sea, repórtenlo cuando estén ready, ¿verdad? Cuando hay que comprar una casa, entonces sí hay que buscar la manera de alinear eso para que estén actualizados y puedan comprar una casa. Pero sí, o sea, quería tocar en eso.
Sí, es que la mentalidad de meter la plata bajo del colchón.
Exacto.
No es la mentalidad que es beneficiaria para uno y para nuestros hijos.
Es verdad, sí. Y yo sé que Kim, ¿entendiste esa parte, verdad que sí? you understood that part, right?
It's funny because I do understand here and there. You
No,
know,
when you do the hand
Somewhere
sign.
with the hand sign, she's
Yeah,
like,
with the
is
Spanish.
he making her angry? I don't know.
That's funny. I saw you because I saw that.
Yeah,
But,
I do understand.
But
here
yeah,
and there,
you know, it is a big thing in this. You know, in the
is.
Hispanic community, it's like the money is a big issue as
Oh,
far
absolutely.
as where they keep it, how it's how it's managed, paying credit cards and things like that. And I'm not saying every Hispanic's that way because I've seen some of the best credit scores have been from Hispanics.
Yeah.
You know,
It's true.
800s. You know.
because it's so important to them.
And
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
took
It's
the
a
time.
big thing
yeah.
to
It's a
them.
big
They
thing.
respect it.
Exactly, and I see that. You know, I see that a lot with a lot of your clients.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's a sense
Have
of
everything.
pride.
Yes.
They come here to this country for that reason, you know,
Right.
to be better and to provide for their families. So that's going to be a lot for them.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is where we come in to make sure that they have the ability to get into a mortgage, the correct type of mortgage, and they don't get taken advantage of. And that's a big.
It's
I
so
come
big.
across it all the time,
Yeah.
and honestly,
It's so
it gets me
sad.
like,
It drives me nuts. Yeah, and, and I feel like it's like a broken record. I think I say it in almost every podcast.
Everyone.
because that's
Because
really
it's
what
us.
it's the one.
Yeah.
It's the one that
It
really,
really is.
hurts.
And the
Yeah.
worst part is, when I either meet a client for the first time, it's like you have to gain their trust. They don't
Most
give it to you
important.
right away, but it's because of that reason, because they've been taken advantage in so many ways, whether it's through an immigration lawyer or somebody who promised them land and sea, and they're like, I'm going to get you a house, but it never happens, and they lose $20,000, $30,000, and they work hard for their money, you know?
yeah, that's
so it
sure.
takes like layers, but then once you get to that soft spot, that's it.
They're yours.
They're literally your clients for life.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're the best referral people. Like they'll always refer you clients.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's a huge part of our job is to take the biases that they come from, what they come with, like you're saying, all these things that they see as negatives coming in, or they've been burned through with people,
Yeah.
and their
There's
biases are up
challenges.
here, and that's part of our job is to, just by our doing the right thing,
Yeah.
they could feel it and they see what we're doing,
Yeah.
and they drop that, there's confirmation bias there,
Yeah.
right? Where we could actually
Oh, yeah.
drop the the wall for them, help them get rid of that, and see
Exactly.
that there is that
Nice
they,
people out
there's
there.
the people
There
that
are people
would do the
that
job.
care.
That care.
Yeah, that care, exactly.
Exactly. We go above and beyond.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do.
Yeah.
Every
I know.
aspect.
That's
I know.
amazing.
It really is so important.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
Kim
been
is a
doing this
killer. Like,
Forever.
She's she doesn't give up on any
Yeah.
loan. I mean,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen situations with Kim in loans that I'm just like the client is just a complete jerk, let's say.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't give up. And like, I don't know how
Yeah.
amazingly
And that's
you
the
diffuse it, but it's like you're like she's like, honestly, if there's ever like a hold up at a bank and you need like a negotiator to bring the person down, that's
It's
Kim.
Kim.
That's what you want to
We're
call.
calling Kim.
Oh, the negotiator. That is
It's Kim.
down. She's,
So,
and when I
if
see
someone holds me
patience.
hostage, I tell them, call Kim,
Call Kim,
please.
she's gonna bring-
Call Kim. She's going to get me out of here, and I'm going to be fine.
yes, you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Just stop stressing. But
Right.
that's how it feels with the loans when I work with Kim. Is that when she gets involved? Not true. Like I feel like
Yeah.
part of my job, a big part of my job is to bring in the business. That's really my responsibility. We have to bring in business. We have to develop these relationships. We have to build new relationships, right? But when I put it in Kim's hands, it's like that's it. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it anymore. It's like and Liz, which I know Liz is over there. I know we can do like a camera thing over there, but basically, the combination of Kim and Liz,
Yeah.
when it comes to these loans, because I know you're a killer when it comes to that. But then Liz, on top of it, she's like another layer. She's like a junior killer, pit bull. when anyone does that, she doesn't give up. She doesn't let go.
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
big thing for us because I
It
feel
is
like
big.
a
Yeah.
lot of clients, like especially in the Hispanic community, a lot of our Hispanic clients, there's so many situations where most loan officers would give up.
Absolutely. Because there's challenges.
Where it's like
you
so
know?
mind blowing what just taking place. You're like, holy crap, I don't think we could solve this.
Yeah.
But Kim somehow, she stays the course.
That's the beauty of real estate.
I love it.
Whenever you think it can't get worse,
Right?
Yes.
it gets worse.
It gets worse. It gets worse. And
Yeah.
But I
somehow-
love that.
Me too.
Because let me tell you, I absolutely, and I hate to use the word hate, but I dislike working with people who would rather focus on the problem than the solution.
Right.
You know,
I always say, like, let's just
spending
Absolutely.
time in the problem.
Yes.
You're not doing anything.
Exactly.
Let's just figure out how we can fix it.
Exactly.
Right.
You
like
know?
it's like when
Most
you,
important thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And I think
Get it to
that's-
the closing table.
Yep.
And
That's it. Stay on course. That's really You get a lot of people that'll try to get you off that straight line, so to speak, where
Yeah.
they'll call you up and they'll say things. Well, what happened here? Well, why is it?
Why are we
Why are we
closing?
closing?
Right.
Why is it taking
And why
so
this and why that? But
I sent
well,
you the
don't-
documents
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Yes, well, we
But
need
you
new
hear,
ones.
but you hear no solutions. You hear no solutions.
another month.
You know? But it's like, you know, like this is like I call it like the stage in the transaction where like it's that time of the month for the client.
Right.
Right.
You know, and it's always right
It's
before
true.
we close.
Right? Always.
So it's like I always prepare myself. I'm like, all right, it's about that time. Those calls are gonna come in. The loan
Right.
officer's gonna call me because my client is not gonna want to send those documents.
Right, 'cause they
so
sent
I
it
gotta
to
go
them.
call them. Listen, this is why we need them. I know you sent them already,
Right.
but we need new ones.
Right. We need updated.
You know.
Updated ones, yeah. Actualizados.
Exactly.
It's dealing with like the same person
Yes.
over and over again,
Yes.
and it's just like having patience.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
it.
and you
Yeah,
can
if-
tell
And
that you
I-
guys do a good job because you balance each other.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Yeah.
do.
If you're
I
good
think
at that,
so.
you'll
Yeah.
make it in this
Yeah.
business. I think
Yeah.
it's like 90%
That's
of
what
the
it is.
battle.
Yeah,
'Cause you'll
we
always
do
have-
balance each other too.
Always
like,
have
right.
issues.
I mean, you
Yeah.
and I, we
Oh, yeah.
definitely do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yin and yang.
I'm more the calm one. I
Come
think.
on. And Jamie's like, he's like shaking the table.
A little bit, but I think when things get really, really, really to that point, I think kids really the.
Yeah.
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 Let's just-
You
I don't
pour
know what that
water
means.
over him
Yeah.
because he has
Exactly.
the smoke coming on top of his head.
Yeah, but she's the kill. She'll strike.
Yeah. I will strike.
She
I
will
will
strike.
strike. It takes a lot
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me to strike.
You have to go nuclear basically to
Yeah.
get to that point. But yeah, I know
but
what
we
you mean.
call it the monster.
You
Yeah.
have to. Sometimes,
Monster, they
listen,
don't-
sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to, especially in this industry, and
Yeah.
especially if you're a woman. You know, you deal with a lot of nasty people, and sometimes
lot.
it's not the clients, but it could be our own peers.
Absolutely.
And if you don't nip it in the butt from the beginning, they'll just walk all over you.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
have to.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? When you talk about that, like, what do you recommend to new real estate agents, women specifically, when they come into the business? Like, what should they be thinking? What should they be like? How they, like, example like that? Like, there's other peers there. People in the industry are trying to kind of like just either control you in a way or get in your
Yeah.
business or just whatever. There's so many different reasons.
Waste your time.
Waste your time.
Yes, exactly.
What do you-
they act,
what do you
they
tell
think
those
you
new
don't
agents?
know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people like
they try to ride you,
men
try to
think
take-
that they know
Yeah.
better than you.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
You know.
absolutely. I see that
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, no, to the new, agents, especially women, like I would just say my biggest thing at the beginning was just not having that confidence in my craft. I think if once you gain that confidence, you'll be able to just, because sometimes as you second question yourself or you
Exactly.
second guess
In your head,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, no, just even if you don't know, act like you know. Go
Fake it till you make it.
out. That's
Fake it till you
it.
make it.
Absolutely.
But don't let no one make you feel like, oh, she just started. She didn't know. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Right.
They probably don't even know.
Right, which is
So
often the
Exactly.
case.
That's
Listen,
it.
people come to me and ask me
Yeah.
questions, and they've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah,
You're always
know,
in
Oh,
this
yeah.
business. You're always
Yeah,
learning.
always,
Things are
every
always
day.
changing.
yeah, you can't stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Every day.
So yeah, just don't let nobody talk down to you or make you feel like you don't know anything. No one's gonna know everything. You know.
Exactly.
And just rock that confidence. Don't let anybody.
Yeah, I agree. I think you have to establish that respect from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
As a woman in the industry, it's
Definitely.
very. There's a lot of women in real estate, but there's also a lot of men. I mean, I think people
Yeah.
have that, women are the real estate agents, but yeah, there's a lot of men that are in the industry as well. And usually, if they stayed around long enough, they're successful.
Yeah.
Right, so it's
It's
not
true.
like
It
so.
really
Yeah.
is. The women that stay with it.
And the
Yeah.
women that stay
They
with
are
it, they're
very,
yes.
even more successful than the men. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
but you have that environment, and I think that as a woman, you definitely have to establish your credibility, your respect,
From
what
the
you're worth
beginning.
from the beginning.
The beginning.
So that later on you don't have any issues just because of the human nature of
Of
women
men.
and men. Yes, absolutely.
You know, and it comes with it in all different aspects. You know, it could be about somebody just wasting your time or talking to you in a certain way or
Disrespectful, yeah.
being just not appropriate. But like, I feel like also if you respect yourself as a woman, then you'll have that respect from other peers, other men in general in life, you know?
Right.
It's all on how you carry yourself.
Absolutely.
You know?
Exactly.
And, you know, also another thing with women is, you know, like as a real estate agent, you know, if you're bringing a buyer to a house, you know, you don't know this buyer. You know, you get introduced, let's say it's a referral, but God forbid, you know, as a woman, you get scared.
Oh, yeah.
You get nervous, you know,
Yeah.
or if you have an open house, you don't want to have that open house by yourself.
No.
There's
And
too many
listen to your
things.
Intuition.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happened to me one time, and I had a panic attack. Oh my God! It was my first year in real estate, and it was a referral. I just met this person. I don't know him. I don't know anyone who might know him. You know, it was from the company, and you know, I've always watched the ID channel, so I'm always thinking someone's trying to kill me. I'm
women in
always
general-
thinking someone's trying to kill
Well,
me.
you have to be careful because, you know, as women.
Yeah, so I'm always very
nervous.
cautious regardless. So I always knew from the beginning that if I showed a house, I always needed to be near a door.
Oh, okay.
Always, you know, it doesn't matter if it's the front door or the back door.
Right.
And I'll make sure that I'll open it and that I'll get there before the client gets there.
Right.
So there's no weird situations. But this one time, it was in Stony Brook, and the way that the house was set up, it was like a, you know, it was for students. So upstairs was set up like a separate dormer.
Okay.
So you come in, it's the front door, and then there's another door to go to the main, and then there's stairs in between to go upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So it was like if you went upstairs, there's one way
One
in,
way in and one way out.
one way out.
That's scary.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I was there before he got there, so I opened the door. You know, I was staying by the front door, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go check up the upstairs." And I was like, "All right, let me know how it goes."
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, you don't wanna come see it?" I was like, "Oh no, I already showed this property already, so I already seen it. You know,
Right.
so you go right ahead, take your time.
Exactly.
I'll be right here." And then he came back down. He was like, "Man, you have to go check out the upstairs.
Ah.
Like it's like you have to check it out." And I was just like, "No, you know, like I said, I already showed it. Like it's fine." And then I'm like, "Well, do you want to go check out the back?" We're checking out the back, and then he's like, "Man, I'm telling you, you have to come check out the upstairs."
Wow.
I was like, "No, like I already," and it just
It
got
starts
so
to push you.
uncomfortable,
So uncomfortable.
that I was like, "Oh my God, somebody's calling me. I'm gonna be outside."
Right, right,
Wow.
exactly.
Talking to a fake person on the phone. I was like, "Wait, what's happening with the deal?"
Right.
Wow, I can't believe that she said that. Oh my God. And then I was like, "You're okay?" I was like, "Should I lock up?"
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Because
And
you get
then
nervous.
You get so nervous.
Serious,
And
yeah.
even after I get off the phone, I remember I was sitting next to I was by my car because I was like ready.
Right.
Like, come near me, I'm stabbing you in your
Grabbing
eye.
you, running you over.
And then again, he was like, "You know, before you lock up, like, I'm telling you, like, you really need to come upstairs." And I was like,
What the heck?
I'm going to go.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
because
thank
that-
you.
yeah.
I'm going to go.
What is it, like a jacuzzi up there and a
Right?
king size bed
Exactly.
and
I
like
was
flowers
like-
like laying like with roses and stuff. Like what
I
does this
was
guy
like,
see up there?
If
Like,
I'm going to go
scary.
what a
out,
nut job.
it's not going to be, you know,
Yeah.
No, that
No,
is
not that
doing
way.
a showing. No.
Yes,
Why
exactly.
you-
But that's why you really shouldn't be going, you know, by yourself. And they
And
say
just-
that.
Right,
you
but
know,
that's
I
the
mean,
yeah. That's,
Take precaution.
Yes.
because
Take
you know it's a
precaution,
referral. You're
be
thinking
smart.
right.
And you know, no sale is worth your life. And even if maybe it wasn't nothing, you know, but it doesn't matter. You rather not
Why
take those
don't take the
chances.
chance.
That's your
Exactly.
intuition.
You know, and listen to your intuition and be prepared. Like I always carry like a big flashlight too.
Yes.
And I always get there before. I open all of the doors, the front door and the back door. Wait for them to get there, and
Right.
then always stand by a door. Always.
That's good.
That's great
Yeah.
advice. Yeah,
it is
thank
good
you.
advice.
Yeah, that's, yeah, 'cause that's people because you know there's
People
a
don't
lot of
realize.
new agents coming in every
Yeah.
day.
Naive.
And I
sometimes.
hear things that just don't make sense. Where
Yeah.
like you know everything from you know the structure of their payout or whatever the case is. It's a whole different world. But just in general, just you know they're clueless and they definitely need like sometimes like the office guidance. Yeah, I mean they're, where they work at, they usually they're usually
teams.
pretty good and they have teams and,
People have
everything else.
teams, and you know, if you,
Yeah.
you know, at least you have somebody that you can go to.
Yeah.
So important. You
Yeah.
know that maybe you can go to have a mentor. You know,
Yeah.
Right, that's key.
It
Yeah.
is- it is
That
key.
Yeah.
It is.
And even still, like I feel like even with a mentor, you still like, you know, there's still things that you're gonna have to kind of
Do on
learn on
your
your own,
own.
and you know, make
Yeah.
the mistakes, and
Yeah.
you know, and I think that's where like, you know, the information you're putting out there, that's key. You know, because if they see other people like they're successful or doing well, they're gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
They're gonna, you know,
Yeah.
they're gonna
That's
listen
good.
to what you're saying. Also, I wanted to ask you just one other thing because I think we're about to wrap it up, right? What do you think is the state of real estate? Like, what do you see real estate going? Basically,
Oh my God.
Not to get too crazy.
That's a tough one.
No,
Yeah, right?
I have to say that no matter, I feel like that's so like that's something that is. Listen, you have experts in one area
Listen,
saying one thing,
it's-
experts in
it's-
the
yeah.
saying the opposite. So it's almost like you have full discretion.
Because nobody knows.
Nobody knows
That's, you know,
exactly. Yeah,
that's what
where
it
it's
is.
going.
You can have an opinion. You can, you know.
That's it.
Business.
And I think that's what they
Educated
are.
opinion.
They're an educated opinion.
Yeah, educated. Yeah.
Oh, what
Yes.
you're seeing out there, especially because it is our field. It is what we do.
What are you seeing? Yeah. Like,
So I mean, for the past few days, I just been listening to people and you know seeing what's going on with the interest rates going up and stuff like that. But I think with real estate, as far as like, you know, a crash or anything like that, I don't think we should fear it. I think that real estate, as long as you're good at what you do, there's a market for everyone for you to be successful.
Absolutely.
And you can't help but the rates are going up. What can you do about it, right? But there's there's ways that you could use that to your advantage. As a buyer, you might not able to afford more house because now you're paying more interest rates.
right.
But prices might come down. You know, who
Exactly.
knows? There's really not much out there, which is like the scary part. Like there's really no inventory. Like
Right.
it's
That's
really-
what I hear.
Yeah.
You know.
crazy. Like nothing.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Like I'm working with people from the Bronx. There's just nothing. I mean, they're approved for more than $500,000, and we can't find nothing.
By nothing.
Interesting.
You know, so, but if you know, it's like up and down. You know, I remember like last year we were like, this is it, this is
Right.
it, this is the peak of it.
Yes.
But also there's other factors around the world that it affects real estate and it affects just our economics in general.
Right.
So we can't really pinpoint tomorrow someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, might say something, do something, and
Right.
it might change it.
Exactly. You have no idea.
But I'm excited. I mean,
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
You
mean-
know, think about interest rates. You know, we say they're going up, but like, think about what people were
paying
years
8%,
ago.
10%.
It's crazy. When I first bought my house, I was at a 7.99.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
yeah,
what
I mean,
Yeah.
rent is 1,000. You know, it's an absolute
Oh my God.
100% interest.
Rent is
Exactly.
So-
Forget
and that's what
it.
and that's what I say to
10,000%.
people. You know, even with rent, I mean, I'm coming across so many rentals now.
yes.
Especially my past clients who got a house. So I always say this to my clients. Your first house you shouldn't be buying with emotion. You should be
Right, right.
buying with like how do you say, with an intention, right? Because you just never know what could happen.
Right.
And I'm not a negative person,
No.
but let's
just
be
don't know.
prepared. So buy a property that you could use as an investment, and later on when you're doing better
Right.
and you could generate some type of cash flow, buy your dream house.
Right.
Right.
You
yeah.
know, I
Yes.
don't believe in keeping up with the Johnsons
No.
or the
Joneses.
Yeah,
Joneses.
Joneses.
Yeah, either way,
You
same-
know?
same thing.
Exactly.
don't live beyond your means.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I don't believe in that. So most of my clients, they always find a house with, you know, an apartment or something
Right,
like
because that's something that they need.
That
something
they
that's
need.
good for them.
Right.
You know.
So yesterday, actually, I went to visit one of my clients. She bought in December of 2021. I think we closed, and we got so lucky. Oh my God, we found this house in Islip for 400,000. No, 410,000. And we got it for 420. Just $10,000 more, but I had to make it see that, like, listen, even though like it needs a little bit of work, this is what you can make out of this house. So it's all about numbers. And she was like, oh, okay, you know, and they're Spanish, so they're like, okay, I can make more money by like really not doing anything, just renting it out and, you know,
Right.
the smart way. So today I went to look at the house, no, yesterday.
Oh, forget
Oh
it.
my God, I told her, I was like, you made this into a hotel.
Wow.
Like, and her house now is worth in like 700s.
Wow.
So that's a real story.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Oh, yeah.
like, again, numbers don't lie. you can never get that renting anything. So even if the interest rates do go up, like you said, you'll never be able to capitalize by renting this money that you'll never get back.
Exactly.
So with this house, not only is she making cash flow from like 3 apartments. Don't ask. Wait, did I say the town?
Two.
2, 1 maybe. Take that back. But you know what I'm saying? And then she's excited. She's like, Kathy, because for some reason my Spanish they call me Kathy.
Yeah.
So they're
That
like,
makes
she's
sense.
like, I'm excited. She's like, I'm ready to buy another house.
Aw.
She's like, I'm ready to buy another house.
Right.
She's
Wow.
like,
Because she had a great experience.
yeah. And then she's like, do you think I should sell this one? I was like, no. This is the type of house that you
Right.
keep for your children, and like you don't sell, you
Right.
keep this
Yes.
one. And then we focus on buying another one. You know,
But it's nice because they keep coming back to you.
Yes.
And that's what I say. You become friends with these
They
people.
trust you.
They
Yeah.
do. They
It's
really,
all about trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is.
That's a nice. That's a good
Yeah.
story. You know, that's a good one to.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's all about doing the right thing. You know, I think that's like my favorite quote is always doing the right thing, even when you're not gonna get credit for it and no one's gonna notice it that you did it. But for some reason,
can
to
put
me,
your
it
head-
always comes back.
Oh, it
always.
You're doing it
And
for
you
you.
can put your head on the
Always.
pillow at
For
night.
you,
Like
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
when I go to sleep at night, I know that I'm going to sleep and I took care of everybody for the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
It's so
You do.
important.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
key.
It is.
It really is.
It
But
is.
and even my family, like I'm like that person.
Yeah.
Taking care of everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's
a
what
nurturer.
Manny-
You're the go-to person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Manny was telling me when I was walking in. He's like, Kat, you can't save everybody, you know. We're having an issue with
Exactly.
another thing, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh man, but like, you know, like I worried because I don't
Yeah.
want to put someone in a situation that I feel like I don't want to drive by in a couple of years and see, oh my God, that this person lost their
Aw,
house,
yes.
or I don't want that,
No.
you know. So if you could do something to avoid that, why not?
Exactly.
You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Definitely.
great.
Wow. So yeah, no, I thank you for you know
Yeah.
for sharing those stories and your experiences.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. This was
definitely.
nice.
It was
Yeah,
nice. It was
definitely.
exciting. Yeah, it was.
Is there anything you want to tell the audience about you? Anything you want to tell them? You know,
Yeah, why don't you give them your phone
information?
number
Yes.
Yeah,
and
sure.
everything, how to reach you?
I'm Katherin Trent. You could follow me on Instagram, Katherin.realestate. Yeah, I'm your favorite local realtor.
I recognize that. That's a famous.
That's my favorite thing, and then
It's
this is
favorite
like
move.
my dance, but you know, it's
Yeah.
like a TikTok thing.
yeah, no, yeah.
But yeah,
cute.
I'm here to help or answer any questions you may have. I speak Spanish, así que me pueden llamar, and my phone number is 631-507-5627.
Great.
Well, thank you, Kathy,
Yeah,
for
thank you.
for joining us today, and today, you know, thank you everyone for watching another episode
Yes,
of
thank
the
you.
Homeroom Lending Podcast.
Come back.
Please join us again. You could watch us on YouTube, Spotify, LinkedIn, any of your favorite platforms to watch
podcasts.
videos and podcasts. All right, so thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Besos. Bye.